One NBA player is so rich that he bought a pet that cost him over $5 million. Another spent his fortune on a shoe collection that is worth more than your life. Jeez. And don't bring up the 2 rookie cards worth 10 million smackaroonies. Hold tight, because today we've brought you some of the most expensive things NBA players own. From winning 6 NBA championships to 5 MVPs, Jordan achieved what many can't even dream of. But his success wasn't confined to the NBA courts. While he was winning the championships, he was amassing an insane amount of money off the court too. I mean, after retiring, he bought himself an NBA franchise. Oh God. You see, MJ bought the Charlotte Hornets for $175 million. And guess what? He sold the team in 2023 for a whopping sum of $3 billion. Goodness me. Woo! He's the god of basketball for a reason. And while we're at it, don't even speak of his $29 million mansion in Chicago. Because this 56,000 square foot mammoth of a house has it all. I'm talking a putting green, an aquarium, a gourmet kitchen, and my personal favorite, a full-size MJ-themed basketball court. The only thing that could top this mansion is $80 million yacht. From a yacht club and a fully equipped gym to a movie theater and of course a basketball court. This 5-deck yacht is 230 feet of pure happiness. Hence its appropriate name, Joy. And you know what? You guys can give me some joy by hitting that subscribe button. Hook me up. I bet Jordan's mom doesn't keep a check on him like Jason Tatum's mother does. Because despite having a $163 mega contract and millions of dollars in endorsement deals, Jason is bankrupt. What? Well, his wealth is managed by his mother. So if he's gotta buy something expensive, he needs his mother's permission. Oh, he's a good boy like me. But there's another side to this story as well. The Celtic star owns a Rolls-Royce Wrath that's worth over 300 grand, a 1968 vintage Ford Mustang, and a Mercedes-AMG G63 that are valued at over 130,000 bucks. And this one day, he was late to a practice session with his team. And the reason? Well, my man didn't know the time. Guess what he did next? Bro went out and bought a $100,000 timepiece. No way. If I get late to work someday, I get myself fired because I am no all-star player. But 100 grand is worth nothing when you compare it to the insane amount that LeBron spent to just keep a check of time. Damn. The dude threw over $6.5 million for the Tiffany by Patek Philippe watch. So much to say punctual. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. King is worth $1 billion, and amongst his modest collection are 2 rookie cards. Yeah, just some cards, except they are valued at over $5 million a piece. Oh God! But then, being one of the greatest active players in the NBA has its perks. If you thought this was crazy, the items are only going to get more wild. Just like our next player, Ja Morant. Well, the Grizzlies star is eccentric. He's one hell of a player. But dunking on the court isn't his only passion, cause man, he loves to go big when it comes to spending. So when Ja isn't giving the opposition a run for their money, he's peddling his $1 million rolls down in the streets and pressing all the baddies in Memphis. Lucky dog. And luxury rides aren't his only passion, cause just as recently, he gave $14 million for a 5,000 square foot apartment in Dalzell, South Carolina, a place he can keep his jewelry safe. What? Yes, jewelry. Because back in 2020, Ja reached out to Vietnamese jeweler Johnny Dang for a custom diamond grills, and the rest was history. His $30K diamond grills ended up looking so fly, it also persuaded his teammate Brandon Clark and Jaren Jackson to get their own. Add it all up, and the Grizzlies alone spent more than $100K on grills. Only this is far from the most expensive jewelry Morant has purchased. Since joining the league in 2019, Morant has also spent over $89,000 on chains and $240,000 on iced watches. Dude doesn't just play like a superstar, he looks the part too. But honestly, everything aside, Ja needs to stop spending recklessly because he has impressed a lot of other players. Devin Booker, for instance. Devin's love for pretty girls, you know what I mean, referring to Kendall Jenner, and exotic vintage is insane. I mean, for instance, he owns a 1959 Chevy Impala affectionately named Pretty Penny, and it's valued at over 100 grand. A pretty price tag for a pretty car. Alongside, he boasts a 96 Impala, a Chevy K5 Blazer, a Buick Grand National, and the Piece de Resistance, a stunning Ferrari 488 Spider, commanding a hefty price of over 300 grand. Damn! And his entire fleet of cars beautifies the garage of a $3.2 million mansion. Yeah, that's Devin Booker for you. But can Booker compete with Anthony Davis? No way. After all, AD is the highest paid NBA star, above LeBron, above Steph, and above KD. And likewise, he has the most expensive house in the NBA. This house is like a palace, a gym, a movie theater, a pool, and an indoor basketball court. And its price, $31 million. 31 million, man! But that's not all. His house has one of the weirdest pets in the league. Yup, bro once owned a monkey, which he kept in the house. But yeah, things went really out of his hands, and he had to give away his high-maintenance fella as it had already cost the Lakers star $5 million. But his $62 million paycheck could compensate for it all. Man's rolling. There is one guy who gives Anthony competition, the Slim Reaper. Man has the skills, the money, the fame. He's got everything. Well, after all, with a net worth of $200 million, you can buy anything in the world and still be left with a whole lot of money. And that is exactly why KD bought a beautiful 1966 Ford GT40 that cost him $2.5 million. Yes, indeed, this is a collector's item. And what's more fascinating is that KD owns a $16 million mansion where he can keep his Ford nice and cozy. Now that's dope. Well, at least none of these guys became a victim of a bad deal like Scottie Pippen, because he spent so much money on a jet that didn't even fly. Damn. After leaving Jordan's spotlight in 1998, Pippen wanted to fly to even greater heights. So, bro bought himself a Gulfstream G200 jet for $4.3 million. However, this jet turned out to be somewhat of a disappointment. Upon buying it, Pippen realized it didn't even work, costing him another $1 million just to fix it. I guess this is what happens without MJ. I mean, look at the Hornets right now. But enough with jets and mansions. Let's move on to something else we all own, shoes. And when it comes to footwear, some shoes end up costing a fortune. In 2017, a pair of game-worn MJ Converse Fast Breaks from the 1984 Olympics sold for over $190,000. But if you ask me, I'd much rather own PJ Tucker's Air Jordan 1s. From using genuine crocodile leather to delicately placing 2,020 white diamonds, Tucker spent over 100 hours customizing them, which is why these diamond-encrusted Air Jordan 1s are now worth $250,000. PJ is obsessed with sneakers. He had been spending over $200,000 on his sneakers every year, and that's not the end of it. He has the wildest shoe collection out of the whole NBA. Like, this man's got over 5,000 pairs of shoes. And guess where he keeps them? In a separate house. Damn, a house made for shoes? Woohoo! That's crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to dunk on that subscribe button and smash that like button. Until next time, take care. Peace.